Today's episode is brought to you by Forvis Mazars.
SoundCartel.
From SoundCartel, I'm Nicole Goodman, and this is Business Essentials Daily. With customers able to contact your business across multiple platforms, small businesses are often swamped with queries, suggestions and demands, justified or otherwise. Elise Balsillie, head of Thryv Small Business Software Australia, says dealing with the influx of communications can be overwhelming. But she says that by embracing technology, it is possible to be all things to all customers. So, how important is effective communication to small businesses? Elise is explaining to Jeff Waters.
It is so incredibly important. Today's consumers demand communication happen really quickly. With mobile phones in their pockets and iPads on their laps, they want to communicate with you on their terms through the channels in which they use. And for business owners, that is so incredibly confusing. Whilst before it was 9 to 5, Monday to Friday on a landline, today it can be through so many different channels. And for a business owner, that's really scary.
So how can you get that under control?
So I think the easiest way to do it is to try and build channels by which all of your communication come into the one channel. It's really hard for a business owner to manage so many platforms, and there are so many opportunities to be able to simplify it. The other complexity for a business owner is communication by which people can jump online and leave a review about your business. You're not necessarily part of the conversation, you didn't put the post up there, but being able to respond to those messages really quickly is so critically important.
So how does one channel text messages, social media and all the rest of it?
That is the real complexity that exists for a business owner. Is there's so many channels by which communication can come into your organisation, and having a slick and sophisticated and easy opportunity to funnel all of those into one piece of technology is so important. Knowing where to check, when to check, what channels to check is so hard for a business owner today, and there are lots of tools out there to be able to support them in driving those messages into one simple and elegant channel.
All right. So, of course, the quality of the communications must be a factor as well.
It definitely is a factor, and especially when we talk about email communication, being able to utilise templates that embrace technology is definitely available to business owners today. Not only are people just wanting to know how much a job is, they're wanting a detailed quote, they're wanting to engage a professional organisation, and making sure that you've got access to the tools that other small business owners have is so critically important.
Does this mean that I'll need more staff, though, to manage all of this?
Ultimately, we hope you need less staff to manage all of this. So by embracing technology, business owners should be able to spend more time doing what they love and less time working in the business on the administrative tasks.
So if people aren't doing this, if businesses aren't digitised and they're communicating through traditional channels, what is this costing their business?
It's costing their business so much. Especially younger people today, they want to engage with you on their terms. They've got a phone in their pocket. They want to message you on Messenger. They want to communicate with you on WhatsApp. They want to jump online and read the reviews about your business. They want to communicate with you via web chat on your website. They don't necessarily communicate with you through the traditional channels by which you're used to customers communicating with you. And as a business owner, you're really restricting and limiting the opportunities by continuing to look at those traditional channels as the only channels available.
So it's a matter of becoming less overwhelmed.
Correct. And really trying to find the opportunity for it to be simple and easy. And I think for a business owner, it almost takes courage at times because they may not use these technologies in everyday life. They don't communicate with their friends and family via social media, but the younger generation today absolutely do. And if you want to continue to build a sustainable business into the future, you absolutely need to embrace what's available.
So what does the software interface actually look like?
So the software interface is incredibly slick, but really if you think about it, it's an office in your pocket. It gives you the opportunity to be able to engage in so many different things, from invoicing and quoting to your presence online to updating your opening hours across so many channels, from your websites to your GMB listings. The software itself is simple and easy, but ultimately The features by which you use within the software are up to you, and we'll partner and work with you to make sure that we deeply understand your business pain points, and they're the channels by which we'll maximise.
For businesses that aren't doing this, what is the cost?
So the cost of not doing it is so huge to a small business owner today. It's only going to eat more and more into their personal time as the years go on. The world is complex, the channels by which people communicate with you are complex, and you're going to spend more and more time on the weekends and after hours running your business in the background. We want to alleviate that time. We want to give you time back in your day. And ultimately, we want to build a bunch of raving fans who think your business is amazing. We want you to be easy to deal with because no matter how classy the painting job you've just done on my house is, if I really struggled to communicate with you, struggled to get my invoices on time, struggled to even know when you were turning up at my house, all of those leave a really bad impression on a consumer. You want that to be slick and easy and effortless. You want to be able to remind them that you're coming tomorrow. If your job's delayed, you want to be able to remind them that it's been delayed. You want to be able to instantaneously send an invoice. And it's amazing how many consumers have to follow up small business owners to even get an invoice to pay, which is ironic in itself because the consumer is worried about paying them. You want to be so easy to do business with that when someone walks away, the paintwork is outstanding. It's amazing. But the experience of dealing with you was even better.
This all sounds fantastic in an ideal world, but if I'm a small business owner with a limited income, is this going to cost me an arm and a leg?
I think ultimately it's going to cost you more money not to take that leap of faith. If you don't embrace technology, if you don't commence focusing on the experience you deliver to your clients, ultimately you will be left behind.
How do you quantify that?
So it's a really tricky one to be able to quantify, but I think there's two sort of goals and opportunities at the end of it. Goal number one is around the time and effort that you're spending working in your business and all of the additional hours that you're working on. The average small business owner is spending an additional 7.5 hours a week of his own personal time working in his business. If we can free that time up, that in itself is an ability to quantify. By the same token, so many businesses today don't focus on customer experience. They think it's something for large corporates. And I always encourage people to go online and read the ratings and reviews that exist about their business because those conversations are happening and you need to be part of it and you want people to be raving fans about your business. You want people sending referrals your way. All of those things can absolutely be improved through utilising technology, through automating your business and through driving a really exceptional customer experience.
Okay, then is it possible to quantify how much businesses have benefited from adopting this system?
The benefit for business owners is different, but we can absolutely support a business owner in understanding the impact to their business. The opportunity to always start with the biggest pain point in your business is definitely the number one area you should focus on. The impact should be instantaneous. If cash flow is a problem to you today and we can solve that cash flow problem, the benefit is significant to you and significant to your future success.
That was Elise Balsillie, Head of Thryv Business Software Australia. This episode of Business Essentials Daily is produced by the team at SoundCartel. Thanks for listening. I'm Nicole Goodman. We'll bring you more Be Daily tomorrow. Follow @BE Daily Podcast across social media and head to bedaily.com.au for more from the Business Essentials Daily podcast. SoundCartel. This episode was brought to you by Forvis Mazars. To find out more, visit forvismazars.com/au. That's FORVISMAZARS.com/au.